You're tuning in to the Stunt Family Podcast, where the weird is normal and the crazy comes daily. Watch for us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. Now let's join Marko, Logan, Mama and Papa Stunt on a filler edition of the Stunt Family Podcast.
What's up, everybody? You're tuning into the Stunt Family Podcast. This is Marko Stunt, and to my left we have Papa Stunt.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to introduce it. And in front of him is Mama Stunt. I'm sorry. You can say hi again.
Hi.
Anyways, and to her left, I had to turn my head around to figure that one out, is Logan Stunt. What's up, Logan?
What's up, bud?
And it is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Shut up. And
Yeah, we're recording it a little late this week, but we're going to get it out on time this time.
so we think.
No, it will happen.
But it's just us this week. We'll kick back off with another guest next week. We'll let you know who that is on Twitter later. Maybe not tonight, but later on, you know.
Is it Hulk Hogan?
Sure.
Okay. Because Mom knows him.
Mom actually knows him.
You know?
Do you know who Hulk Hogan is?
Your facial expressions don't work on podcasts.
No, but
You gotta lean in.
gotta actually lean in and
y'all, I am talking.
Yeah,
Loud.
you're talking. No, you're not.
Well, I purposely didn't say it loud because I don't want them to hear what I just said.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I don't know. I missed it.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we are gonna. It's a different week, so the guests we were trying to get didn't work out this week, so we're going to move on and have another one next week. But we don't want to miss out on a week. We want to be able to keep it going. There is a lot of stuff coming up. It was supposed to be a pretty big weekend for Marko this weekend, but he's had to make some plan changes. So, Marko, won't you fill me in on what's going on with you?
I just last weekend at Game Changer, I just agitated my leg a little bit, a little more than I have been at least, and I decided what was best is to take off a week and rehabilitate and work it out and see what happens and see if I'm feeling better. The first part of the week was rough. I was limping a ton. It's hard to walk up and down the stairs and stuff. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm still going to take the weekend off so that I have a little more time to, get it working a little better, And but I'm going to be at home. Logan's going to be off though.
Well, hold on, before we move to him, I just want to know. I mean, we're going to move to Logan in just 1 second, but do you feel like you came back too soon?
Yeah.
Do you regret it?
No. Look, if you're in my shoes, you would understand.
I understand.
I wasn't forced. Well, I was kind of forced back. Joey made me come back. But I'm not gonna turn that down. So.
Yeah, but when he contacted you for that, you thought you were going to be
fine
by then.
Yeah.
Because you were making really good progress, and then all of a sudden you realized, oh man, it's getting here fast.
Yeah.
And it went by a lot faster than you expected.
Yeah, I was limping the day of spring break, and but I don't know, something changes when you get out in front of a crowd, and it's weird what adrenaline does to you,
Yep. All right. Well, are you going to start going and working out your leg?
I plan on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Got to make it stronger. I feel like it's definitely not where it needs to be. But I've been meaning to get back in the gym, but I haven't. So I don't really have an excuse other than that. Yeah.
All right. So Logan, it's Mother's Day weekend this weekend, and with Mother's Day coming up, Logan made plans and talked to us all about it, and none of us realized it was Mother's Day weekend. And he's already bought his plane ticket, going out of town. So you're going to be gone for a few days.
See.
So, what all's going on with you coming up? You're not wrestling this weekend.
No, I'm not wrestling this weekend, no.
But next week you are going to wrestle in Florida, correct?
Yes, one show. I haven't been announced yet, but yeah, I'll be wrestling in Florida this coming up Wednesday.
Cool. First time to wrestle in Florida.
First time.
That's pretty awesome. Have you wrestled in Florida yet?
I haven't.
You haven't? Wow, you're going somewhere before your brother.
Whoa. You gonna go to Disney World?
I wish.
Oh, I've been 3 times, so.
Yeah. All right.
No,
So
yeah.
Logan's going to debut in Florida for a promotion that hasn't announced him yet, so we'll talk more about that on another podcast.
Next week.
Next time.
And then you won't be here
Oh, yeah,
next
that's
week.
true. I won't be here next week.
When we got to figure that out because we're also having a guest call in. I don't know if I can do 2 or not. Call in. We're still learning this podcast thing, but it's coming along.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I've had several people comment that it's getting better every week, so I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, this might be a slow week. I'm not gonna lie. It's all right though.
We've all had a pretty long week. It's been pretty tiring. A lot of stuff going on. I was sick the first part of the week.
You ever been watching a TV series and like you have an episode that's like, you know, just kind of there for no reason? It's called a filler episode. Episode. It's called a filler episode. That's what this is. This is a filler episode.
We'll put that on the podcast. We'll put that in the description of the podcast. Filler episode. Episode 5. Filler.
Fill her up. Yeah, that's what you say in New Jersey because you can't pump your own gas there.
That's true. I was at a.
Except I don't think you would say it like that. You know, they would say that if it was not self-serving. I don't know, Olive Branch. Fill her up.
Well,
you know?
when I was young, they
sound like
had full service here. You had the option of full service or self-service when I was younger. Actually, when your mom and I were dating, I worked at a gas station that had full service, and I had to be the guy to go out there and pump the gas.
Yeah. I think they should bring that back. That'd bring back a lot of good jobs for young children.
They still do that in Central America too. You know, we live down there.
Yeah, I wasn't that age.
They used to
I didn't know.
They send their kids to do windows too.
But anyway, yeah, it was funny. A couple weeks ago, we didn't do a podcast 2 weeks ago because I was out of town and you were traveling, but I was at a conference or a training class for my work, and at one point, somebody there was talking about not being able to fill their own tank with gas, and I said, "Where are you from?" They said, "New Jersey." I said, "I knew it. Had to be." It was pretty cool at that conference, actually. My teacher, the first day of class, asked everybody for something interesting. So I shared about my boys being wrestlers. He said he's been doing this for 30 years. It's the first time he's ever had anybody who was the parent of a professional wrestler. And the next day we come in, and he was showing clips from you guys that he found on YouTube the night, that first night. And he kept bringing them up through the week and asking me about you guys. And he's like looking y'all up, said he's going to follow y'all on social media. So that's pretty cool.
I wonder if he did.
I don't know.
I don't know his name.
What's his name?
I forget. I can look it up. I've got it on my computer, but I don't remember.
Watch, he's gonna find this podcast if he follows us.
He's gonna know you don't know
He's
his
gonna
name.
know.
if
He's
you
gonna
were
be
looking
like-
for a week.
He's gonna be
goodness.
like, "Hey, that sucker forgot my name." That's what they sound like in Jersey.
That's not what he said. He's not from Jersey. Somebody else there was from Jersey.
It's like me not knowing AJ's whatever
Yeah,
I didn't
name
know
that
that.
was.
We'll talk about that. Hold on, not yet.
It's time for A Moment with Mama Stunt.
How does that even make sense?
That's all I gotta say.
Do.
That's John Cena's
The thing
music.
is, we have
No,
entrance
it's not.
music. We have entrance music for it.
My do. She goes, "That's John Cena's music."
All right.
You know what I'm thinking
Maybe
of.
that should be the intro.
That used to be the intro. All right.
All right. hold
So
on.
Logan's got the first question then.
I had the first question?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
Alright, Mom. Describe the 3 faces of Foley.
Who? Oh,
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, the three faces.
All of them. All three of them.
I'll give you
No,
the
you
name.
don't.
I don't
Let me break
understand
it
that
down.
question.
Don't
The
even
three, the three characters.
She's just got to name the characters.
The three
Oh, I don't
characters
know.
that he played in WWE.
What did you want her to do?
WWF.
Describe.
How would no?
I have no idea. I
You don't remember any of his characters?
No, I didn't know he did 3.
Let's see.
I mean, I know what he used to wear. He used to wear that plaid shirt and...
That's just Mick Foley.
That's just Mick Foley.
Okay, well then I don't know.
All right, let's do this. Name one at a time and see if she can remember that, if she knows anything about that name.
I'll give you the easy one. Mankind.
Oh, I've heard that.
What do you remember what he looked
know what
like?
he looked like? No good. No guesses. I just burped.
No.
Do you know what he wore?
No.
I know exactly what he wore.
Well, sure you do.
All right. What about Dude Love?
No, I've never heard of that.
Dad's got the last one. Dad, who's the last one?
You really? Come
I was
on.
going to try to show her a picture.
Dad, who's the last
Ask
one?
her the
What did
last
y'all
one.
say?
Dude Love and Mankind.
Mankind and...
So you know the last one, right?
Cactus Jack.
Oh, I've heard of
You're
that.
telling everybody to speak up, and then you
Oh, I'm
want to
sorry.
whisper,
I did.
whisper the
I went
name.
and whispered it. I'm sorry. You know what he looked like?
No.
He just wore a...
Bang bang.
Bang, bang. He just wore the cut-off sleeves with a picture of his wanted picture on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all he wore. Well, and he had...
You know what?
All
All right.
All right, so
I wanna ask a question.
right, Marco's question.
Hold on. Who is Rich Homie Juice?
That would be AJ
AJ who?
Gray.
Don't pull the mic, mother.
I feel bad because
So-
I've never heard him called that.
But let's explain
And
why.
I'm supposed to
let's
be-
explain
you know.
why
He
this is
doesn't get
happening.
called that, really.
That's just
Okay,
his
so then
Twitter.
that wasn't my fault.
It's just his Twitter name.
That's his all you had to do is, okay, for those of you that
It's not
don't,
like I don't. It's not like I tweet him all the time. Or
for
something.
those of you that don't know, the other night, AJ Gray, who's a very good friend of Marko, and they've traveled a good bit together and wrestled a lot together. He was on GCW last weekend. Their show in Chicago, and I tweeted out something about AJ getting to show his stuff on national scene and everything, and Mama Stunt comments, "Who?"
But first she said, let's not put this in the podcast.
Yes, she did.
Who?
Oh, but here we are.
And the thing is, his Twitter tag is @RichHomieJuice.
Why you said that so white?
I did it because I want people to be able to look him up.
He said Rich Homie Juice.
I said it that way on purpose because I'm enunciating so people can look him up. When you say it too fast, they may not get it. Trust me, I had 3 voicemails today at work where people rushed through their phone numbers and I have no way to call them back.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
That's how it is. So Rich Homie Juice, anyway, is his tag on Twitter. So Mama Stunt didn't know who that was, and of course AJ was deeply hurt by it.
But instead of
He
just
knows I love him.
But instead
You know
of
he
just
cried.
instead of just clicking on his
Great.
name,
I'll make it
instead
up
of
to
just
him.
clicking on his name, she commented who.
Okay, now
You know you're gonna have to give him a hug because he's soft inside.
I've given him a hug before.
You know you're gonna have to give him another hug.
All right, you got a hug coming.
He doesn't listen to this.
Well, you can tell
That's why
me.
I'm saying to everybody he's soft.
Oh, I got it. Okay, get your point.
We can't even talk about what you said about him when we went and picked up the truck.
What?
You don't remember that about the dog?
No.
Oh. Okay, the dog reminded you of AJ for a reason. When we went to
What?
Nashville to get the truck.
Jesse's house.
You don't remember?
Oh, I guess I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay.
Yeah, I
well,
do.
Anyway, we'll tell you about that different at another time, AJ.
Oh, Lord.
Do y'all have any other questions for Mama?
It's your turn
Okay.
to ask a question, isn't it?
All right. In the reign of DX on WCW Nitro, when they boarded the tank, you remember that, right?
Boarded the what?
The tank and drove it downtown, and then
Oh, like the army
DX.
tank?
yeah, DX
Yes.
got on the tank. Okay,
Mhm.
they went from WCW all the way to WWE
Okay.
because WCW didn't like WWE, right?
Mhm.
All right. So, how many members of DX were there?
3.
Wrong.
2. There was only 2. Huh? Oh, there's a lot of them?
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
No.
All right.
Oh, you didn't
what
watch,
colors were
you
they?
didn't watch it this year. You didn't watch WrestleMania with us this year, did you?
What colors? What were their colors? You know, they like a gang kind of, but not. It's wrestling, so it's not a gang.
Do you remember what color they wore?
Yeah.
all
Do you
the time?
remember?
Black, red.
Yeah. Wolfpack.
Oh, okay. that explains it so
What
much.
colors did they wear?
No, DX,
I'm
he's
yeah.
messing with you.
What did DX wear?
Wolfpack was a different faction.
Black
Y'all are
and red.
mean.
DX wore the lime green. And
Well, I almost said the green.
Vince McMahon
Yeah.
hated DX. Wow. Remember
Yeah, I
that?
almost said the green.
Yeah. All right.
so, all right, I do have one for you.
I
So,
remember-
WCW, when they were big rivals of WWE, whatever, did what were the women in WCW called? What was their?
I've heard this before. Hold on.
Have you?
Yes, I think.
All right. So, you ever had a
No.
really fast car, and to make it faster, you put this stuff called nitrous in it.
Nitro Girls.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, I didn't think you'd get it.
What year did Kane debut?
What? Which one?
The first one.
Oh, this is a for real
Yeah.
question.
What year?
92?
No, not quite.
What?
No.
I don't even remember. Do
I'm
you?
not good at years. I don't know.
99?
Yeah, like the Fire Red King.
I know
Pretty
this,
sure it was
this past
96 or
weekend.
91,
This
I
past
don't remember.
weekend, Randy Hales showed an episode from Power Pro Wrestling and had Kurt Angle wrestling for the title in
Oh.
Memphis here.
What was Undertaker's? What was Undertaker's Memphis name?
We watched him on Jerry
Yeah.
Lawler's thing not too long
He's
ago.
mean.
I
It's
don't.
real mean.
It's weird. It
He's
sounds
a
so
mean
weird.
Man. Me, Mark. Me, Mark Calloway.
I don't remember.
He'll rough you up.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
Oh, skeet, skeet! Oh, skeet, skeet! Yee, yee!
that was the name. Only Mark Calloway.
That was it?
That was a fail, dude.
Yeah, I know. Congratulations.
So you guys can ask Mama Stunt questions of your own at hashtag Ask Mama Stunt.
Ooh. I got that?
She honestly doesn't listen to the podcast.
And I get bored halfway through.
Oh,
Well, not bored, because I'm sitting here.
Wow, what
doing
a-
it.
what a
we
way
added
to-
that to the last podcast as an extra thing.
Oh, really?
But we-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, if you do hashtag Ask Mama Stunt on social media, we'll find it. And if you have a question for Mama Stunt, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast and ask her that question for
I'm
you.
gonna go follow that so I can.
I'm going to
Follow
go
that
look up the
hashtag.
answer before I get on the next podcast.
Don't worry, she don't know how to use Twitter. It's
That's true.
I do too.
hey, what was the other thing you asked me that I had to tell you last
Oh,
week?
no, I'm mad at you. I'm telling people I don't know how to use Twitter. I'm not a...
Okay, Rich Homie Juice. All right.
It's okay.
So, this past weekend, Marko Stunt was in New York on Friday. Well, actually, New Jersey on Friday night and Chicago on Saturday night. Both nights with Game Changer Wrestling. And before we get into that, can I just say for the record, and I know other people have said this many times, but it's true, that is the perfect name for that company.
Yeah.
Because they seriously are changing the game. It is incredible what
Yeah.
they're doing.
I am very. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the right word? Grateful to be working for them. They've changed me completely. They made me who I am today. More of who I am today, I would say, I guess. They've given me a stage to be able to show myself and express myself and have that freedom to be me and figure out who I am in general. And they're putting me with people. They're putting me in the ring with people that I'm able to test myself against, and I really feel like I learn a lot from that. Like every time I'm in the ring.
I mean, yeah, you think about it. You've had, since your return, you've had 4 matches with them. Well, if you count the cluster, 5, but 4 regular matches with them, and you've gone against Joey Janela.
Yeah.
Who's your second
Jimmy.
match? Jimmy Lloyd. Yeah, sorry, Jimmy Lloyd. Which he's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he stabbed me with scissors.
He stabbed you with scissors. Your mom didn't like that at all.
I was more worried about the hair.
And yeah, she thought he was going to cut your hair.
No, I'm not.
And then
no.
this past weekend, 2 nights in a row, you went against MJF, who thinks he's better than everyone.
No one got their corn dogs. Got a bone to pick with him.
Mom, you wouldn't get a corn dog.
I don't want a corn dog, but I'm talking for the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, she's for the people.
For the people. He said he'd buy corn dogs and
Mama
he didn't.
Stunt is for the people.
Buy them corn dogs if you said you're buying
She's
corn
running
dogs.
for president.
Going against Trump.
Everybody vote Mama Stunt for president. Just write her in on the ballot.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine if you got like 120 like votes or something like
Just
that?
120. You think
I mean-
I only get 120? I've got tons
I mean,
of
maybe
friends.
125.
He's talking about people listening to our podcast.
We only have 125 people listening
I
to our
don't know.
podcast.
Maybe.
No.
I hope we have 125 people.
I don't know. We hit over
That'd be cool.
300 views on the first one.
Yeah.
We've got over 300, I know, but
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
I
still learning.
interrupted
I'm
you
still
about
learning
the...
how to get all that.
I was calling
All right,
MJF
so then,
out
yeah,
about
so
corn dogs.
Mama Stunt's upset with MJF, who thinks he's better than everyone. And then Saturday night,
No, I'm not upset with him.
because he didn't buy corn dogs.
Okay, yeah, but that's, yeah. Okay.
You haven't met him yet, have you?
No.
Have you not?
No, but when I do, you know what I'm going to do if he smarts off to me? I'm going to be like, come here.
You're not.
You're going to give him
You're
a
gonna
hug?
what?
I'm going to give him a hug.
Oh. Yeah.
Bring
you
it
gotta
in.
remember that people can't see you doing that.
Well, whatever.
Right, and then Saturday night, you got to go against Tony Deppen,
Yeah.
who is
I got plenty to say about that.
and then Tony is really on the rise right now. He's impressing me. He has done some incredible stuff lately.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those 2 matches. Let's start with Friday night, though, since it came first. That was your 3rd time against MJF, correct?
Yeah.
And what's the record now?
2-1.
Yeah.
Me. 2-1 me. Yeah, I beat him. We had a match at AAW. He beat me. Then we had a match at Glory Pro. I beat him. And then we had another match tonight. We had another match this past Friday, and I beat him with a body slam.
That was
That was
great.
so fun.
That was so
I was like, he beat him with a body slam. Daddy beat him with a body slam.
Did you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Except I was cheated out of some money.
Money.
Yeah, because I bought it on Fight TV, and I went ahead and bought it real fast, and we were getting close to time, and then as soon as I did that, I went and looked and saw you could buy Friday and Saturday night together for less money. But I had to buy each one individually.
So you had to buy each one.
So I spent,
You know, next time we
I spent $28 instead of $22.
have a bundle thing.
I didn't know there was a
I
bundle.
mean, no, next time we have dates like in a row, you know,
Just know you
just
can
look
buy
for the
one.
bundle.
So when they come to Tennessee.
I don't know.
Okay.
Wombat's a different company.
Oh, that's right. Wombat's coming.
Back.
Wombat's coming back. We'll talk about that when it comes up for sure.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
It's in
July, isn't it? Or June?
No,
Is it
June.
June. Oops.
June.
Sorry.
June 20th, and then yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Anyway, so yeah, Logan flipped out when you did the body slam and pinned him. He seriously did. I mean, he did just what he said. He beat him with a body slam, Dad. He beat him with a body.
We weren't okay. We weren't gonna do that unless it got a good reaction. We had a whole finish planned if it didn't go over well. But we said they were like, if they pop off of it, we'll just go home with it.
That's awesome. I think it's a great way to end the match.
It was.
It was-
Because you hit your mark out,
I-
didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
you
Nah, was
I think you hit your mark out, yeah.
yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. No, it was the He had me in the torture rack and he spun me around into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I like matches like that because it builds to something and it ends up coming. What's the word?
To fruition.
People can't see your hand motions.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Thanks.
Mama Stunt coming back at you.
It ends up coming back around and like connecting.
I did think it was a good ending to it. I really did.
Like the whole story was the body slam.
Yeah.
Seeing if we could, seeing if I could body slam. He didn't think I could, and he was right. I couldn't. He helped me.
So, that's okay. Next time you go against Ace Romero, you can body slam him.
Maybe. Yeah, sure. I'll Bubba slam.
That'll become your new
I'll body slam Bubba Ray. I mean, Bully Ray.
Bully Ray. You up to?
Yeah.
You should Bubba.
You owe him a little bit. He threw you out of the ring pretty hard.
Yeah, he did. He Bubba bombed me out of the ring. That's what happened. He picked me out.
You flew like a rag doll.
No, I'm kidding. He had me in a belly bag, right, and just tossed me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
So next time you're in a ring with him, you got to press him up over your head and throw him over the rope.
Yeah, we going to the gym tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
So what was it like to be back in front of the New York crowd, New Jersey crowd?
Man, Jersey's one of the best crowds ever. They were wild. They were always wild.
I haven't got to go there yet. I mean, to that arena.
It's cool. It's a bar and it's just like a venue for a stage. It's a venue for they do music and stuff there too. Other shows. It's cool. They've got green rooms all in the back and stuff.
All right. So then Saturday night you went against Tony Deppen.
Yeah.
Tony's been on the rise lately.
Yeah.
It's because he keeps snotting on people.
Thank you, Deppen, for plugging our podcast.
Yes, thank you. That was awesome. So Tony's a real jerk. He's very good at getting the crowd. Actually, both those guys you went against this weekend are very good at getting the crowd upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Tony, Mama Stunt, what was your most memorable part of that match?
When he slimed Marko in the back with boogers or something. That's nasty. I was about to throw up. That was bad.
I felt him wipe something on me. And I touched it. And
you touched it.
Yeah, hush. I'm telling the story. I touched it, and that's what I legitimately was gagging. I thought I was gonna puke, but I sat there for a second, and I was like, okay, I gotta stop gagging before I go back over here and do the spot, or I'm gonna throw up. So I did. I sat there. I gagged twice. I looked at the fans. I gagged again. And I stood up and I walked over and we continued. But yeah.
Yeah, your mom was worried about that ever since the weekend before when she saw him do that to somebody else.
And that was the
the
first
night
time.
before.
It was the night
Was
before.
it the night before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was.
And
It was on
I
Friday.
didn't know
That's right.
that that's what he did.
That's right. It
His
was
thing that
So
he
she was-
did.
So she was like all worried about it even before the match.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, sorry.
He's gonna be sorry when I meet him. Slime him.
No, please. No.
Do you really think that I would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Jeez.
So what was it like working Tony?
Oh, I loved it. He beat the snot out of me. But it was great.
Literally.
No, I had a lot of fun. He pushed me, and I need that. You know, I need to be pushed, and he's on another level. He's incredible. He can make anybody look good. Anybody, and I have so much respect for him. It's crazy. If I could work him again, which I hope I can. Hopefully I'll be able to beat him again though.
Yeah,
2-0
I am.
this past weekend for GCW. What
Yeah.
are you? You didn't beat Jimmy, did you?
No, I'm 3-1 right now.
3-1 right now since your comeback at GCW. All right.
You know why I'm only 3-1? I could be 4-0 if the quarter had been on the other side.
Y'all flip for it.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Wait, who?
Me and Jimmy.
Oh.
We were like, Brett, who's up? Because we were like doors were about to open.
That's great.
I'm so glad that kayfabe's dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm just kind of talking, to be honest. We're like, Brett, who's up? And he goes, I don't know. Here, flip for it. And Jimmy goes, all right, heads. And so we flipped the coin, and I was like, and it landed behind me. I go, oh man, it's heads, because I knew I was gonna have to take something crazy, but I didn't. It was all right. It was nothing too crazy.
Jimmy's another one that's really impressed me, though.
Oh, Jimmy's great.
He's really doing very well. Well, I had a question and I forgot it.
Oh, like that sometimes.
We were talking about it the other night when you were in. I think it was when you were in Chicago, but a lot of these places have a tendency to put you, if not first, very early in the show. Now,
Yes,
at
thank you.
At GCW,
Thank you.
that makes a lot
I'll
of
work-
sense because they do a lot of.
I'll work for less if you'll put me like first.
No, he won't.
No, you won't.
He owes money.
Yeah, just keep paying me then, you know.
But he,
PayPal me $10. At Marko Stunt at Gmail. Marko Stunt Wrestling at Gmail. Yeah, $10 to me.
So anyway, but we were talking about it that they do that, and I know at GCW it really makes a lot of sense because they do all the death matches and everything, and you're not doing that, thankfully.
I had a good reason. I had a reason why they put you first. Is because you know how to open a show and get the crowd on their feet.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I think that's probably true. I don't know. See, that's the thing.
I think-
In the early days, when you were wrestling in your early days, at some of the promotions we were going to, they didn't have that philosophy. The philosophy was, I overheard it at a couple of shows we were at where they would get upset if the first or second match was a crowd, that really got the crowd into it too much because they said it kept the main event from being able to do what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you want to start off the show really hot and get the crowd into it so they keep going the whole show.
Yeah. I like wrestling where I'm wrestling now because it's okay. Let me put it this way: when the fans are into it, it's easier for us wrestlers to be into it, and it makes us want to give you a better show, and it makes us push ourselves harder, because honestly, that's you guys are the fuel to the adrenaline, which is like I'm addicted to that. So if you want to like scream at me in public, that's fine too. I might pee myself. I don't know if that's adrenaline or fear.
Or fear?
No. What?
Did you say or fear?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, or feet, whatever. That scares me too.
So, all right, y'all, you and Logan both have something in common coming up.
Yeah.
Each of y'all are about to wrestle the same guy on different nights.
Yeah, Mick Foley.
Curious. You realize
Would you
he's
be okay
like
with that?
Mick Foley?
Yeah, in a Hell in a Cell match.
No.
Why
No,
not?
I would not. He's crazy.
What?
Yeah, but he's not doing all that stuff anymore. He's
Yeah,
back and he's-
he won't let me throw him off. He might throw me off.
No, that's the whole thing. I don't want him
It's not
throwing
that
you
high
off.
up. It's only like,
20 it's only like 20
No,
feet.
it's like 10 foot, add a couple more.
Yeah, right.
It's not helping me at all.
Like maybe
No.
another 10 foot. I don't know.
What if they hook him in with one of those things we wore? In
What if I
when we
tell
were
you there's a
zip-lining?
What if I tell you there's a mattress under the table?
Who cares?
I was hoping you.
Now the mattress is what was on top of the table.
That would help.
If I went through the table,
So if you
And the
like,
mattress is
you need
under
to do
it.
that. No, you need to do that in a match sometime now. You
Put a
got
mattress
you got
on
to
the
take a
table?
twin size mattress and lay it on top of a table, and go through it.
Okay. Do it at the backyard show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Actually, there you need to put a mattress in the swimming pool and go through it.
There's not a swimming pool.
Oh, there should be.
You can get a little kiddie pool.
No. No. Maybe we'll go find a river somewhere.
So anyway, you guys are about to go against the same guy.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking
Marko had a battle going on with
I don't like this dude.
this dude last year, and then y'all actually were supposed to have a couple of more matches coming up, and then you got hurt and didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
And
I blame him anyways. It's alright. He's the reason.
during Mania week, this guy was wrestling, and all of a sudden, I saw things on Twitter that Mama Stunt's music just came on, and people were flipping out because they thought you were there. And it turned out
I was though. I was there.
You were there, but you didn't come out.
No, I didn't come out.
You just had them play your music to mess with this guy. Not the guy, because he's sitting here with us, but this guy that likes to run his mouth a lot.
You can say his name now.
I know, I was about to, but you know.
Were you standing by me when that happened?
No, probably behind you. I was like,
Yeah.
as soon as it hit, I was like, oh no, I gotta hide, and I just like shoved two people together.
Yeah, you did.
I shoved two people together and peeked over their shoulders. I don't even remember who it was. It was Dylan and somebody else.
Because people thought you were seriously coming out. But anyway, okay, so Brian Alvarez is the guy. For those of you that don't know, he's not the guy, he's this guy we've been talking about.
I'm gonna make him run the ropes.
He's been wrestling for like 50 years. And
Jeez. Don't even give him that credit.
okay, well he's been wrestling for a while, but he does he does his own show and stuff.
He has his own radio.
His own radio, yeah. And so radio show. So you were on there last year.
Yeah, I called in.
You called in.
I called in to tell him I was gonna beat that tail. And he beat me. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can admit that.
Y'all have only had one match so far.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared. I took it lightly.
Y'all
and now I'm
shot
gonna beat
the
that.
fool out of each other.
Yeah.
He beat Brian's chest after that match.
It was beat up, yeah. There's no doubt.
Who?
Brian.
The person we've been talking about for the past 5 minutes.
So, at any rate, Logan has also been invited to wrestle Brian now.
Yeah. See.
So you're going to be wrestling him the weekend of Starcast.
Yes, on that Friday.
On that
Morning,
Friday.
like
So you're going to be working
at noon.
Oh wow! So you're going to be working Starcast. Plus, you're actually also getting to do your own little thing. Now they've advertised that Logan Stunt's going to be at Starcast as well as Marko Stunt and the Stunt Doubles. Imagine that, they're both there.
Wow, we're all three there?
You're all three.
All three of us in
Wow.
there.
We should have them on the show sometime.
Doubles, that would be
Yeah.
fun. So you guys are going to be there, and at noon on Friday, they're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is that with Black Label also?
No. This is a different company.
Who's it with?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, well anyway, Logan's going to be wrestling Brian Alvarez.
Yeah. What?
When is it you racing? You're going to face him again.
I wrestle him on June 1st.
Okay, so after this. So
Yeah.
June 1st, you'll be back up in Illinois with Black Label, right?
Indiana.
Is it Indiana?
Yes. It's been Indiana this whole time, sir.
I don't know why I thought it was Illinois.
Because I probably told you it was close to Chicago.
Yeah, you always say Chicago when you're going there, but I knew it wasn't Chicago, but still.
It's close enough. Yeah. Going there, I'm gonna beat him with no rules.
Oh, that's right. Y'all's is no rules.
Well,
No holds barred.
Well, I haven't decided if I'm knocking him out with one kick or tapping him out. I haven't decided yet. So.
Well, I mean, as long as you win, I don't care. I can't be there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Oh, y'all aren't gonna be there together?
he'll be at the show, but I gotta be at Starcast.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is that when your signing is?
I don't remember. I think it's at 1.
What?
Actually, it's at 1 on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
What?
1 to 4. What are you
He
talking
can't be at his match. because he's got to be at StarCast.
Okay.
What did you think we were talking about?
Nothing.
Are you listening?
Yes.
We were talking about when his autograph signing is
Okay,
that
that's
people are
what I was
coming.
asking.
Okay.
All right.
So anyway, so Logan, what are you thinking? I mean, you're still pretty new into this, and Alvarez has been around for a while, and he's got kind of a mean streak.
A little bit, yeah.
And doesn't he have martial arts background too?
Yeah, he does.
Isn't it what, karate
Oh,
or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? One of
no,
those?
no. I couldn't tell.
Oh, is he one of those chi users? Oh, I'm gonna move you around.
He's one of those, like...
I know he doesn't run the ropes, so.
No, he walks them.
Yeah.
Goodness. I can't, no, I'm really looking forward to our match. And not because I respect the dude, because I can't stand the dude. I'm going to beat the snot out of him.
You know,
Like-
at one point when he was talking about who was going to come face him during Mania week, I made the comment that good thing you're hurt, because at that point you were still hurt.
I was.
And he asked me, was I going to be in town?
Yeah, people asked if he was gonna be there.
And I'm like, I didn't say what I wanted to say because I'm a nice guy.
Should have just said it.
Papa
They,
Stunt for Battle Royal.
It was actually, they wanted it to be me for that weekend. Breaking a little kayfabe for a second. Again. But I didn't want to spoil spring break for that night. You know, it was the same night. So I didn't want to spoil that. They played our music instead, so we had a compromise. It worked out, I think.
Yeah, so I beat him.
And so your music played the weekend of spring break, the weekend of Mania week, and cost Brian his match. And then when you two guys were going at it, brother against brother here, all of a sudden Brian's music came on and Logan got the pin.
Yeah.
So does that tick you off?
Yeah.
Well, didn't you see what he did to me afterwards?
You're alright.
Yeah.
Fine. You're fine. You be alright. I didn't hit you.
He
that
apologized though, so it's
Not
okay.
really. I mean.
That's a bad sport, Marko.
Yeah. Well.
Well, he called himself a sore loser. He knows what he is. It's okay.
It's fine. He'll be alright. We're both gonna beat Brian. It'll all work out.
I'll beat him the first time.
That's pretty cool. Both my boys can beat Brian. I'd like to be there to see both of them, but I can't.
Just fly out to Vegas. I'm there from Wednesday to Monday.
Yeah, I've had
It's a long
a
time.
few people ask me, "Am I going to be there?" But I'm not getting to make it.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Sometimes until there are dangerous things that happen there. You know, in the hood.
It can be. All right. So coming up, then.
Before that though.
Yeah, before that, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, on May 18th, Logan's going to be back at CCW. It'll be his second time at Cape Championship Wrestling in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. That's where we did our podcast from last week after their Super Show, which was a really, really good show. That was a lot of fun. And Logan's going to be back, and this time he's going against the guy who was Marko's very first match in CCW.
Yeah.
Austin Lane.
Yes.
So what are you thinking about this, Logan? What are you going to do to Austin's been around a long time.
Yeah.
He's got a lot. I mean, he's got a lot of years
You
under
said
his
that
belt.
about Brian.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
but Austin I respect.
Oh.
I'm playing. All right. Austin is no, but Austin for real. When Marko came into CCW, he was the bodyguard for the Pinnacle, who was their heel team at the time, and he did that for a few months, and then his first match was against Austin, and he won Match of the Year for 2017. It was an incredible match. And everybody there was only a few people in the crowd that knew Marko wrestled. Most of them thought he was just a manager. And then Austin got him in there, and they put on this incredible match, and it didn't take but just a couple of minutes till the crowd was behind Marko like crazy. And now Logan, in only his second match in CCW, is going to be going against the same guy, which Austin ended up becoming a heel and really kind of going after Marko for a while.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, we had a good long rivalry.
And y'all put on some incredible matches,
Yeah.
both in and outside of CCW. Y'all have had some really good ones outside of there as well.
But I don't. That was in the past. I want to know about you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Like, how do
I feel going into it?
Yeah, how do you feel going into it?
I feel like I do for every match. It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be entertaining, and hopefully I'll be able to give the match that people want there, because I'm still relatively new. I'm still very, very new. I've been wrestling for a good whole.
Yeah, it's less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year, a whole
4 months.
4 months. Yeah, and I'm going against Austin, who's been wrestling for well over 10 years.
Well over.
And yeah.
But Austin also just went through surgery a few months ago, and he actually is not supposed to be back yet. He came back really early.
Yeah.
And still having to wear the tape on his shoulder and stuff. And he's definitely not 100%. And you do still have that really, really pretty kick. So I think you can knock his head off.
We'll see if I can. We'll see. I can probably. I'll most likely just land one kick, like it is for most of my match, or for like my past matches, and it'll be over with that. I don't expect this to be an easy match. I expect to get tested.
Oh, you just said you one kick though.
I know. I said if I hit the one kick, it's gonna be over.
Okay.
So you also have to realize, though, at CCW, with Austin, he's not. I don't know if he's really.
You should call it that one kick.
That one kick.
If he's really in this group or not, but there's always the chance that Mr. 100 is going to come out with him.
Did he last time?
I don't know, but they have some kind of connection.
I think there's like a secret connection there.
I'm not really 100% sure if Austin is in the House of 100 or not, but they have something going
It's
on.
not House of, it's just House 100.
House 100, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know either.
So
But
you got to watch out for that.
either way, I think it's gonna be a good match though.
Yeah, I do too. I'm really looking forward to it.
Fortunately, I won't be there to see it, but I will be up in New York with another opportunity. A dream match for me. Like, I have a picture on my phone, and it's on my Instagram actually, and it's a picture I took of Rich Swann when they debuted in Memphis for the Cruiserweights. It was him, Cedric, Kendrick, and Grand Metalik in a 4-way. And I was sitting second row, and I got a picture of him, and he's looking at me and smiling with this, doing a thumbs up. And I made the caption like, "Oh, something, I'll be up there one day, and we'll get our go," or something like that. And crazy, 3 years later, here we are. I'm gonna wrestle Rich Swann. Rich Swann in New York.
Yeah, it's crazy because you've said for a long time that you wanted to wrestle him, and even, when he was on WWE, he was one that you talked about numerous times as being one of the most talented people there.
Yeah.
And
Dude, he's still one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, he's incredible, dude. Like, he's one of the best high flyers in the world.
And I know we told it last week when we were at CCW, but I think it's worth telling again that your first time to meet Rich Swann was the same weekend you blew up after Joe Janela's lost in New York.
Yeah.
Logan, Marko, and I drove to New York for that opportunity.
That was such a long drive.
It was, but it was fun.
It was a great experience, though.
And we drove up there and got to spend the weekend in New York and go to Lost in New York. And woke up Saturday morning to a text from Cody Rhodes and being invited to come to All In and be a part of the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, Marko's blowing up all over Twitter. It was crazy. He couldn't keep up with everything. It was going so fast.
Yeah.
And
I would refresh the 20 notifications and have another 20 plus notifications.
Yeah. That night after the show, actually driving to our hotel, and it was pouring down rain. And we're trying to get through New York traffic.
Clearly different place.
A little different. Driving through New York, trying to get to our hotel at night, late at night in the rain, and we're on the phone with Mama Stunt and they were sitting there talking to us and telling us about, are y'all seeing what's going on Twitter? And we looked on there and it was just like, oh my goodness, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was surreal what was going on for real.
So Sunday we're driving back home, and Marko gets a text from a couple of guys asking him to stop by a taping there in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we stopped off at the taping, and it had a lot of big guys there. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. But we got to walk on and get to go in, and Marko got to go to the back and see everybody. But I'm standing there, and Rich Swan's just standing there by the door where I was, and he started talking to me. We're having a conversation. I pointed to Marko and said, hey, you know him? He goes, Marko? Yeah, man. I've been watching him all weekend. We're going to go. We're going to go. And Marko walked up about that time going, really? His eyes got so big. He was so excited.
Yeah, no, I still get like a little kid around him.
So it's been a dream match a long time, and we didn't even at that point. You have gotten to wrestle with him.
Yeah.
Last year, y'all actually did a show together.
Yeah, we tagged.
Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah, that's the one where you got that. What was it with the Heart Foundation?
Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah, they killed you.
What's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but
that was with MLW, right?
yeah, it was with MLW
And
in New York at the wherever we were, Melrose.
Y'all were back at Melrose, I think, for that. So that's pretty cool. So getting to go against. So what are your expectations of this match against Rich?
Man, I don't know.
You gonna go in and tell him how it's gonna go?
What? Honestly, I'm nervous. Like, I don't know.
You've been around him a few times.
Yeah.
And so you know him, and you're still nervous about him?
Yeah.
Is this the most nervous you've been besides Lost in New York?
No. It was
Bola?
spring break.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were nervous at spring break?
Yeah. I was
Because of your
really
leg?
No.
Just because of the atmosphere?
Yeah. I was fine. Like, my leg was fine through that match. And then but my nerves were wild throughout the whole night. And then I broke my nose and busted my eye. But no.
So you were nervous to go against Joey the first night.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy was nervous the second night.
Yeah. But no. Yeah, I'm super nervous to wrestle Rich. Not in a bad way. I mean, I know we're gonna have a good match, regardless. So I'm excited to wrestle him. I consider him a friend, which is weird, which is wild. I never thought that would be my life. Here we are.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy ever since you kind of blew up. There's been a lot of weekends where you've texted me out of the blue going, Dad, you won't believe who I'm talking to. And you would name some other big name. And I'm getting so jealous that you're getting to meet all these guys. I still remember, though, we went to Knoxville to that show, and Sammy Callahan was there. And he actually was one of the first ones to reach out to you and get you on his show. Mm-hmm. But I told you I want to meet Sammy, and you walk up to Sammy with us right behind you, and you go, they want to mark out for a minute.
It's true. He's a super cool dude, though.
He was really cool.
And
that was our first
I have
night.
to thank him for this weekend, being as understanding as he was.
Yeah, you were supposed to be working for him this weekend.
Yeah, and I agitated my leg, like we were talking about. But they've been real good to me, and I want to make it up for them when I'm able to. But I felt like it was best, like I was saying.
Yeah, because if you hadn't have been hurt, you would have been with him. What was it, December?
Yeah.
And but you hurt your leg and couldn't go because the show you did before you hurt your leg with him was when you went against Ace Romero, and Sammy got on the microphone afterwards and put you over big time. It was incredible. It
was cool. It was those moments are weird. I don't know how to take them, So.
Yeah, I actually, as a dad, I love watching how you react to that stuff because you do. You can be kind of a cocky punk to me sometimes because I'm your dad.
You'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, or with your brother. But a lot of these other guys around the business tell me all the time how humble you are. And when I see you with those guys, I see that. Because when Sammy put you over, Ace, when he tweeted to us saying, or messaged us saying that our son was one hell of a wrestler. When Hornswoggle put you over up there at Black Label, when PCO put you over at CCW, all these guys, there were several in a row who got on the mic and just really put you over after your match. And every time you just were so grateful, and you couldn't believe that these guys were doing it, especially the names that were doing it. And along the way, every time you've met somebody new, it's like you're so excited. You're still like a little kid.
Yeah.
Like the first time you met William Regal.
Well, it's William Regal, dude. What do you mean?
I know, I would have flipped out over that one too. That would have been a huge
Yeah, I met William Regal at Bola. That was cool. That was, and
he
Brian Kendrick
Oh, yeah,
was there
that's
too.
right.
Brian Kendrick took notes in my match, but he takes notes of everybody's match, which is super cool. And he gave me critiques and stuff.
And William remembered you when he saw you.
Yeah, I've met William Regal twice. He saw me. It was I think it was after Bloodsport, and I just happened to be walking by as he was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him, but he looked over and he goes, "Oh, hey Marko, good to see you." And we talked for like a split second, and then I let him get back. I let him get back to his conversation, and.
You know who William Regal is?
This is not my time for no. We already had a moment with Mama Stunt. Carry on.
Do you know who William Regal is?
I know the name. I don't know the face.
That's fine.
He's a man.
He's one of the best wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's
smart.
very...
He's just one of the smartest wrestlers ever. Like,
So that's it. It's been pretty awesome watching this ride, and now we're getting to see Logan. Because we watched you for 2.5, 3 years wrestle these. Well, really for 2 years wrestle these shows around here, and then you start to spread out some and go to a little bit, some different areas and different styles, and then you just for less than a year. Really, this has been less than a year.
yeah.
That was in August last year that you
Yeah,
went to New York.
hadn't even been a year.
Hadn't even been a year yet. Wow. And so it's been a crazy ride. But Logan has only been wrestling for 4 months, and he's already getting to go places that it took you a while. And we've talked about that before on the podcast of how your name's helping him get looked at. But when he gets there, the thing I'm hearing from the promoters and the wrestlers that are there is he's proven himself every time. He's showing himself. So I'm really proud of you guys, how well y'all are doing and how y'all are advancing in this industry. Logan, for some reason, wants to be a freaking deathmatch guy.
I want to try a death match. I want to be in a death match.
And last weekend, how many lights did GCW go through?
I don't know.
A lot. A lot.
And they went through a lot of them. Somebody asked on Twitter which part of the budget was higher, the paying the talent or buying light bulbs.
They had people bring them.
Did they really?
Yeah, they posted it.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So anyway, well, a lot of stuff coming up. It's been a lot of fun. Next week we will have a guest. We'll put it out on Twitter ahead of time.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all don't forget to put out some questions for Mama Stunt. Hashtag Ask Mama Stunt. Be sure and tag, if you're on Twitter, at Stunt Family. And if it's for Facebook, we have Stunt Family Podcast on there as well. We don't have Instagram for our podcast, but
Yeah, you did.
I did?
I
No,
thought
not
you
for the
did.
podcast, no.
It got sponsored on Instagram.
Did
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, it was on.
It got sponsored on Instagram.
That's
So
pretty
you
cool.
must have made one.
I didn't remember that. We do have a YouTube channel now that our podcast will be going to, and then I'll post some of y'all's matches when I get them. I don't get as many as I used to. I got to go around and record a lot more matches than I don't get to now.
Yeah.
And you guys don't ever think to have somebody else record them for me.
Well, you can't post these that I go to, really.
You can't? Not
No,
even
they-
if we record them on your own phone?
No,
Well, that stinks.
they have they have people buy the shows.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can show clips though, couldn't we?
Yeah, you can do highlights,
Let's see, we could do that if you recorded the show. But anyway,
but
we do have all that going on though. Stunt Family Podcast. Look us up, and then you can look on if you're listening to the podcast down in the description. It'll have where you can find us all on social media. But Mama Stunt is on Twitter at Lori Nelms, LORINELMS.
see,
Logan Stunt is on Twitter at Logan Stunt, and at
That's it.
Instagram you are what's
I think it's Logan underscore stunt underscore.
okay?
Yeah.
And Marko's.
Mine is on Twitter. It's at Marko Stunt, and on Instagram it's _Marko Stunt _. And then
You can look him up on YouTube,
yeah, you can. Yeah, I have a YouTube.
or he has a fan page on Facebook as well.
I don't use it.
You don't?
No,
Okay.
I
Well,
haven't used it
anyway.
in forever.
And then for me, I'm Papa Stunt. On Twitter, I'm at Dwindle, DWYNDL, 6 letters, no vowels. The only Dwindle in the world.
There's gonna be one pop up randomly.
But
Meg.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, if you guys, thank you guys for tuning in again. We're gonna wrap this up. Be sure to subscribe to us on whatever you're listening to, whether that be YouTube, whether that be iTunes or Google Play or Spotify or Podbean, or is that it?
I think that's it
Yeah.
for now.
Follow us on there, and keep up with us.
Be sure to leave us some comments.
Yeah,
Let us hear from you.
yeah. Let us. We'll go in, reply. Stuff like that. Take your ideas.
Steal them. You'll never hear about them, but
Yeah.
they're ours now.
Listen to your ideas. Maybe we'll take them. Yeah, and then be sure to ask Mama
T-shirts
Stunt. Ask Mama Stunt. We're not getting merch made yet. Are you crazy? Anyways, yeah. So thank you guys for joining us again on the Stunt Family Podcast. This is episode 5. We'll be coming at you again next week with a guest. We'll let you know on the Twitter who the guest is going to be. I'll retweet it. We'll all retweet it and stuff. But thank you guys. This is the Stunt Family, and we're out of here.
Peace.
See y'all.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Stunt Family Podcast. If you'd like to ask Mama Stunt a wrestling-related question for next week's edition of A Moment with Mama Stunt, then use the hashtag AskMamaStunt and be sure to tag the Stunt Family Podcast as well. Do you have anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast with us? Well, let us know by tagging us on Twitter at Stunt Family, along with the guests that you'd like to hear. Again, thank you for tuning in, and be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and share us on the social media of your choice. We're grateful for all of it, and it all helps out. We'll see you next week on the Stunt Family Podcast.